Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, Research Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Got his man in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, they execute the end route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job in coverage on that third and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up fourth down.
The Beavers will punt it away on fourth down. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Offense set on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Keep spinning the bean like that and you start to believe this kid might have the talent to someday be the third 10,000-yard passer in Oregon history.
No doubt. And you know what Ducks fans love? They love points. They love offense. They love playing fast. That's what they are. That's who they are. That's what they want their teams to be every single week.
At the 20, he's got space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. He wants to throw it. On the run, still looking. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Oregon!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. He's looking to throw it, using his legs to buy some time. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotion surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. He spins that thing down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, give on the inside. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushers, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders that will just destroy you in the run game. But nice job using his hands, using some power to shrink that pocket and get the sack.
And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He'll let it go down the right side. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Slips a tackle. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. And it just seems like there's a little more oomph in a hit like that in a rivalry game, David.
Man, yeah, and you have to love it in these rivalry games when you get those big licks. And, Jesse, you make a statement. You make a point.
Yeah, you're right, David. I mean, I just feel like in rivalry games, everybody's playing a little bit faster. And I feel like the hits just hurt a little bit more. Your physical toughness will be challenged in rivalry games.
Come on, guys.
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he intercepts it. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Got his man quickly. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, but not before they do. Top and pick up a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this. And the pass is intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with the lone back. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter.
Oregon 7, Oregon State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion from the offense. They'll go to the ground. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The Ducks slipped out with a close one the last time they squared off with the Beavers.
And they were sleepwalking a little bit in that game. They felt like on paper they matched up extremely well against their in-state rival. But, David, they got caught napping early. That can't happen again today.
And the Beavers don't care what their record is. They want a bite of Oregon every single year. They want to ruin their season. And last year they got so close, they're chomping at the bit for this win.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him run to the 23. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency.
Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Toledo put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Rockets had 0 issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking to throw for it. He rifles one deep down the right side. And a it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
They're going to throw it again. He slings it deep to the left. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Now he's going to break the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Brings up second down.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Defense in press coverage. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh no. That is an oh no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
4th and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
The inside handoff. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
From the gun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
I really like this call to go for it on fourth down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
To the air on first down. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Going up top on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. That screen pass just never had a chance to get going, and the defense wrecked it from the start.
And you assume on a screenplay you're going to get something positive, something decent. That was absolutely awful. There was nowhere to go, no room for the running back to make a play. That offense needs to execute that a lot better.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Beavers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll put the tight end in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He'll start this drive firing. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Ball's out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
It's complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot and he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Forced out of the pocket. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
It's complete to the left. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the gun, looking for a man. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the hell will happen.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Trying to make magic with his feet. That should be the final play of the first half.
Gain of 20. And a first down for the offense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Beavers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a has it back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
To the ground with the back. At midfield, he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle, as opposed to...
And it's his fourth interception of the game. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well. And they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Oregon State! And the comeback is on.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's back to throw on second down. Working that left side. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Woolen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
He'll just keep slinging it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete.
He catch the ball.
By the hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wide receiver shows motion. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. At the 35, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stint in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They go to the ground. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got him and they convert. Touchdown!
I'm so fucking sorry, Derek.
The grab and finish the deal in the end zone. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and
they block it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Getting the extra point blocked soured that touchdown drive just a bit, but they'll line up to kick it off. And he's coming out of the end zone. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oregon 27, Oregon State 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18.
you know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. 3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback gets enough. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Man, what a scramble by the quarterback. 4th quarter, need a play, 4th down. He makes it happen. This home crowd is going nuts. We got a great one on our hands.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide out in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in 4th speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. The Beavers want to pick up the tempo. The quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, and he's got the 1st. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short game there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to the air one more time. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Trying to get to him. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And now you start to feel desperate because
I don't
down by
feel
multiple
desperate,
scores, the clock running out,
Oh, through my
2.5+
nigga FINIATE
minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
I don't know why the fuck he just don't chew the clock, dog. Like, come on, bro.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Dragged down
Like,
at
chew
the
the fucking
26
clock,
after a
nigga.
pickup of 5.
God damn.
I love an offense that wants to
Don't
stay
take all
aggressive.
that.
Even when you've got the lead late in the game like
Chew the
this,
fucking
right,
clock.
you still try to
all you
find your
gotta do.
playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
My phone's up.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Little touch pass to the receiver.
Look at that.
Still on his feet at the 40. Open runway ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Quick release on the RPO. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get 1st downs. They throw the football and get 1st downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting 1st downs. They are so hard to defend.
From the gun. Using his legs, keeping his
I'm
eyes
right there.
downfield. Touchdown,
Come on,
Oregon!
man. Get this game over with,
And
man.
they
I'm
add
done with
6
you going
more
with
to
the
go
ball.
for that trip to the
Like,
house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0
Shit.
start. This guy's putting the
But
Oregon
you know,
offense
well, it's
on
fucking
his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. You need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
They're giving Cam the game. How? How? You just throwing bad balls because I know where you're going with
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all day.
I already told you my center is 60 overall.
Quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Trying to take it back. The 10. Touchdown Ducks. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll run it to the right. At the 35, he's open. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Oregon State.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right?
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they haven't got it going.
I got wide open niggas.
This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it.